Okay, what up everybody? Hungry and Hungover here, and today's day 4. We're 2-1 as of today, and things are about to change. I'm gonna win 100%. So let's bring up, as always, the historical fact of today. And again, I use onthisday.com. Now this one I actually looked up last night, and I'm gonna put the link in the description of the YouTube video because it's pretty goddamn amazing. I'm gonna totally butcher saying this name, but in 1987, skier Piotr Fijas jumps a record of 194 meters, and yeah, the video is pretty goddamn cool, so go check it out. And in regards to famous birthdays today, another cast member of the legendary film The Dark Knight. Day 2 is Aaron Eckhart, and today is Michael Caine, aka Alfred. And also another Howard Stern family member. Day 1 was Eric the Midget, rest in peace, you little bastard. Today is Gary Delabate's birthday, Baba Booey. So yeah, I could, again, I have to come up with topics for all of these. I could talk so much about Howard Stern, that is one thing I'll never regret jumping down that rabbit hole, man. That show is just absolute madness, and the eras I love were the Artie Lang era, from, late 2001 all the way to 2009. Just so much magic happened on that show, so I could definitely talk about a lot about the Howard Stern show, but today I'm going to be focusing on last night's UFC card. Again, I'm going to have tons of different topics during this year, but on UFC weekends, I mean, it just gives me something to talk about that I know, and so yeah, we're going to be talking about last night's UFC fight night. I tuned in relatively late. I missed all the prelims, and I missed the first 2 fights on the main card. I did see all the commotion on Twitter about the illegal knee, Herb Dean getting in hot water again. Whatever it is, what it is. I tuned in during the third fight, Dangerous Davy Grant versus Jonathan Martinez, and holy shit, I tuned in right when he landed that 1-2 knockout. Landed a right hook to the body and a left hook to the head. Buddy didn't see it coming and just totally flatlined him. So that was a pretty good time to tune in last night. And then the next fight up was Gavin Tucker, a Canadian who I've never seen, but UFC kind of, nationalism comes out, especially when American fighters fight in Brazil, they get booed and all that. So you want to cheer for your countrymen. I picked the wrong one to get behind because he got knocked out in 20 seconds by Dan Ige. So that happened. Next up was another Canadian, Misha Serkinov, and he got knocked out too by Ryan Spann. That was a really good performance. He dropped him twice, and the second time he did not get back up. It was a TKO though, it wasn't a knockout. He just kept hammering on him, and unfortunately he didn't get back up. So great performance by Ryan Spann. But the main event, yeah, we got to talk about that. By the way, this game's going really good, as you can see. But the main event, Leon Edwards versus Belal Muhammad. Now, the first round went exactly as you would imagine if the 13th ranked fighter fought the number 3rd. And this is very disappointing how the fight ended. You all probably know by now, it was a no contest via eye poke. Now, the first round, Leon was just absolutely destroying Belal. I mean, he looked like he didn't even belong in there. Leon landed a super clean head kick that would have dropped anybody, but somehow Belal stayed up. And so props to him for that. They even showed the slow-mo replay in between rounds. But in round 1, Leon landed an eye poke. Now, this is becoming more and more of a problem now, as fighters kind of mimic John Jones' way of managing distance by keeping their fingers outstretched. And they gotta adapt a new glove. The company Hayabusa makes a good pair of hybrid MMA gloves where the fingers are covered. But yeah, so round one eye poke happens, whatever, we see it a million times. Herb Dean gives him his warning, fight continues, round's over. Clear 10-8 round for Leon. Round 2 starts, lands another eye poke, and that one ended the fight. Belal instantly collapsed and was crying. There wasn't good camera angles, but thank God for the photographers the UFC hire, because Dana White even tweeted a picture of it. It was pretty brutal, and his eye was swollen. There was no faking that. Yeah, so the fight ended. Very, very unfortunate ending to the card. Especially for Belal. I mean, this was that dude's moment to really prove that he deserves a spot in the top 10. I mean, getting a fight with the number 3rd ranked dude when you're ranked 13 is almost unheard of, and it came about due to, you know, circumstances that nobody would have predicted anyway. So it really sucks that he didn't get to continue. Maybe there would have been some kind of a comeback. You know, that's a long shot, but anything could happen in MMA. It's why I love it. Back to this game, I am absolutely destroying it. There's only one face down card, and the thing I hate about this app, or this game, as you can see, compared to other apps like on the smartphone or any other solitaire game, you can click the cards at the bottom and they'll just like teleport to the foundations at the top. And this one I have to go back down and bring them up to the top, so that's not a big issue for me. Kind of mimics how it is in real life, you know. But so that's my thoughts on this card last night. A very disappointing ending, and especially for Leon too. You know, for Belal obviously that was his big moment, but Leon, he hasn't fought since 2019. So if he would have ended this in spectacular fashion, you know, he would have kept his name relevant in a good way, not due to controversy, but whatever. So that's all I have to say about UFC this weekend. Still really excited for the Stipe Ngannou 2 match later, and also Ryan Holland versus Derrick Brunson. That's the next fight night. I think that's on the 20th. Yeah, Derrick Brunson. It sucks for him. UFC keeps feeding him all these up and comers. He got Adesanya too. Thank God they didn't give him Costa. That would have ended terrible. But Ryan Holland's dangerous. What he did to Jacare, that's no joke. But oh, there we go. I just won. And yeah, I am now 3-1, day 4. So subscribe. I'll come up with different topics, don't worry. And yeah, there we go.